OSP gives us big beavers, more JDM Daiwa, and a Black Friday exclusive Megabass Destroyer sale that you are not going to want to miss. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle Black Friday edition. Welcome to the Hookup Tackle. The Hookup Tackle is the world's largest showcase of Megabass products, featuring baits and colors not found at any other dealer. The Hookup also offers a wide display of OSP, Evergreen, Depths, Lucky Craft, Jackal, and many more. The Hookup Tackle is owned and operated by family, is staffed by guides and verified tackle nerds who love helping anglers elevate their craft. If you're in the Phoenix area, we'd love to have you stop by our showroom and check out the wonderful world of Megabass and the Hookup for yourself. If you shop online, there are almost 10,000 SKUs of Megabass products alone, with hundreds of other companies and new products being added daily. So next time you're looking for that hard to find bait, that color your fish have never seen before, or maybe you just want to elevate your game, look at thehookuptackle.com. Welcome back, my friends. I am Ben Kohler with the Hookup Tackle, aka the Tackle Otaku on Instagram, being filmed by my buddy Jeff, Jeffrey the King on Instagram. Of course, our company Instagram page is the Hookup Tackle USA. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle, where we highlight new items that have arrived as well as important restocks so you can stay on top of your game. This is also a special week because Black Friday is right around the corner, and so we are going to drop our Black Friday sales event right here today during this channel. So there are three important things to note with our Black Friday sales special. We're going to drop the first one right now, we're going to do another one in the middle, and then stay tuned if you're a Megabass Destroyer fan. We are going to end this episode with our special exclusive Black Friday pricing on Megabass Destroyer rods. So here we go. Black Friday, we always do a store-wide sale. It has been a ridiculous 2020. We have all almost survived the full year, so it's a fun way for us to celebrate with you guys and just do a discount store-wide. So this year, as always, we are doing 20% off store-wide. We are going to start that sale right now. So just use this discount code. It is BF2020. At the end of your shopping, you can plug it in the cart. It will discount 20% off of everything store-wide. Now, there are always brand exclusions. This is not our policy. These are company policies, right? So, Daiwa, G Loomis, Shimano, Megabass, Lucky Craft, Jackal, OSP, Reaction Innovations, Working Class Zero, sale items, as well as gift cards, they are going to be excluded from this sale. So that's just the way it is. That's the same every sale, but everything else in our store is fair game. So have at it, enjoy, shop, grab things that you wouldn't normally do, splurge on a friend, splurge on your husband, splurge on your wife, whoever's the fisherman, grab it. If you guys are looking for higher ticket items, rods, reels, that kind of stuff, you can try to call our store. There are sometimes we can play with the numbers on some of the things. Sometimes we can't, but you're welcome to give it a shot and we'll do the best we can do for you. So enjoy, have at it, enjoy the sale code. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. There is drop number one for Black Friday, effective right now. All right, getting into what's new this week. We saw some really cool drops this week from Megabass Japan. And the first drop that we released a couple days ago on Instagram is the new limited edition Respect Color GG Smallmouth Bass. This is definitely one of the sexiest colors that Megabass has dropped yet in the Respect series. This color was originally released in 1996, and it was actually designed to be a mirror of their largemouth bass color. What Yuki Ito wanted is he wanted, as the year transitioned into the fall and leaves started changing into that brownish orange color and dropping, and the shadows got long, he wanted a bait fish pattern that really could blend in and be very natural in that more brownish, darker water. And GG Smallmouth is what it turned into. This is the first time this drop has happened in the majority of these baits, so it's a very exciting drop, not only because it's very limited, so it's going to be great collector items, it's just a badass color. I mean, you can see the pearl belly, it fades up to that kind of goldish bronze back on there, a very light hit of orange on the bottom. It's super sexy. So This drop is available in a Ito Vision 110, a Vibration X Ultra, a Giant Dog X, a Pop X, a Deep X 200 LBO, a Deep X 100 LBO, and the ORC, the Over-Rev Crank. The Pop Max has already sold out on this, and if you're jumping online right now to scoop up the 110 and you're like, hey dude, it shows 0 inventory, we only received half of our initial shipment and it sold out immediately. The second half of our shipment should arrive probably the end of this week or early next week, so feel free, you're welcome to order at 0 to pre-order it for you, or if you want to wait for them to show back in stock, they should be back in just a few days. So super excited about the GG Smallmouth color, new this week from Megabass. And again, is a one-time drop, so when they're gone, they're gone. So if it's a color that speaks to you, definitely scoop them up. Also, new this week, just in time for the holidays and our festive Thanksgiving, we get, finally, the 2020 Halloween patterns. These things are super dope. I know it's not Halloween anymore, but these colors were too cool not to bring in. So this is the Megabass Gong and Gong Jr. in the Jason color. This is super sick. If you guys are slasher movie fans or horror movie fans, you will appreciate this. This is one of our favorite wake baits. We love throwing this thing. It works amazingly well. And this is just one of those color patterns that I don't know if I should collect it or throw it. What would you do, Jeff? Throw it or collect it?
I'd fish it one time, catch a double digit on it, and then just hang it up.
You'd probably lose it in a bet.
That too.
Jason is available in a Gong and a Gong Jr. Also in the set, there is a 2020 Pumpkin Pop Max. Just kind of shifted in the package, but it's got that beautiful pumpkin crackle look, just a gorgeous Pop Max. So that is available. And then also we see the I-Wing Fry available in the special color Night Keith. If you guys aren't familiar with the I-Wing Fry, a lot of you guys have been asking us to bring these in, and Japan just hasn't had any availability. So at some point when they make this again, we will bring this in. But this is the new small version of the I-Wing 135. You can see it's a very small, compact dude, but it does have the LBO weight transfer system in there, so it's going to cast great. It has kind of flexible silicone wings on there, so they're not going to break off, and it just has a beautiful action in the water. Just a super cool bait. We're stoked to get them, and even though it's a Halloween color, that's a sexy color. So I think you guys are really going to dig what's new this week from Megabass. All right, moving on to one of Jeff's favorite topics, and that's extra big beavers. Right, Jeff?
Yep, my favorite.
You love these Magnum beavers.
I love them to death.
They even smell like a Magnum beaver. Take a sniff.
Yep.
Brand new from OSP. We've been waiting for this drop. The DoLive Beaver Magnum. This is a super unique bait. It is a ginormous, it's really a swim bait shaped and disguised as a beaver. 7 inches long, 1.5 ounces for each bait. So really, I mean, it's like buying a mag draft or something else. If you're not familiar with the DoLive Beaver, the DoLive Beaver is an amazing all-around creature bait. You'll notice that the claws and the appendages look substantially different than normal beaver style baits. If you fish this thing on a free rig, which is really how the bait was designed to fish, it will fall horizontally down. As it moves, these big claws have just this beautiful shifting motion. So it just has this great flapping and swimming look in the water. It's very unique. We've been fishing it this week, just rigging it like a swim bait on an owner beast hook, on a flashy swimmer. You can certainly put it on a Texas rig. So when you need to present your fish either a big crawdad pattern or just something that's different, it could be a bluegill, it could be a shad, just something that looks different in the water, the OSP Beaver Magnum is gonna be super slick. So excited to get these. They're available in 8 colors right now. Hopefully we'll see some extended colors as OSP keeps up with production. So new this week from OSP. Also new this week from OSP, we see new colors released in the High Cut and the High Cut DR. So the High Cut is one of our best selling kind of late fall to early spring shad type baits. It could be a jerk bait, it could be a crankbait. It's really that kind of shad hybrid style. It does have the tungsten weight transfer system inside, so it's easy to cast, and some really exciting new natural colors in from OSP, including this KFG Shrail. It's just one of our favorite colors. So look for that new this week from OSP. All right, a couple really cool new drops this week from Lucky Craft. We see the brand new introduction of the LC 0.3. Now the LC series of crankbaits is our #1 selling square bill. It's been on the market for ages and ages and ages. People love them. This is the first time it's available in a 0.3 size. So what does that mean? That means this tiny little sucker is 1.5 inches long. You can see how tiny that is. It weighs 1/10 of an ounce. So this is definitely a spinning rod size. So if you guys are fishing trout, you guys are fishing smaller ponds, or if you're fishing bass and they're just keyed in on really, really tiny bait, you need just something small to present to them, could be a really cool addition new from Lucky Craft. Also this week from Lucky Craft, we see the rebirth of one of our favorite lipless that went away, and now they are revitalizing it. This is the LV RTO series, and we see it in 4 different sizes. We see the RTO 100, the 150, the 200, and the 250 size. Now, if you're not familiar with the RTO, if you don't remember the RTO, this is the lipless that is designed to be a beautiful shad profile, but it's nice and thin. So it's a very thin bait, and it's designed thicker in the head, thinner in the belly. So this guy is going to have a horizontal shimmy as it falls. It is going to stay upright and just shimmy horizontally. So it's a great bait for fishing through grass, through weeds. Anytime you want to just do a lift and drop type retrieve, and you don't want the bait to just spiral down to the bottom, but you want it to actually, you know, quiver down and then swim, and then quiver down and then swim. It's a great one for that. So available in a handful of colors. This has kind of been Lucky Craft's way of reintroducing some of their baits. They're only doing limited color drops, but the 4 different sizes new this week from Lucky Craft. Last week we brought you guys some new JDM Seaguar lines. This week we see JDM Sunline, and we see it at a great affordable price. This is the FC Sniper Invisible. This is the full camouflage version of FC Sniper that you guys are all familiar with. So if you guys are fishing around grass or weeds, or just really are concerned with the fish seeing your line, you can grab the invisible version. It's going to have the same characteristics, and it's going to perform the same as Sniper, just in a camouflaged color, which is pretty sweet. So check this out. We've priced it to be very aggressive, so I think you guys are going to be really happy with having this in the lineup. We also see the Stuter braid, and this is their high poundage braid. So this is going to be in that 55, 60, 70, 80 type sizes. So this is really going to be for your punchin', your frog, your flippin', just really high-end premium braid from Sunline Japan. And then for your spinning rod guys, we see the introduction of the Defier D Braid. A lot of you guys have been asking us to get this guy. First of all, it is their newest braid. It's that nice, you know, high vis pink look to it. And what you'll notice is that it's got a very structured core. If you can see kind of how it's designed, so it has that core line, it has a reinforcement line, and then it has the strands over the top. So just a very strong, very easy casting braid, great knot strength from Sunline Japan. And while we are on the topic of Sunline, brings us to Black Friday special drop number 2. Sunline is doing a special promotion on super fluorocarbon bulk spools. Now, super fluorocarbon is their kind of mainstay line along with Sunline Sniper. Basically the difference, if you're not familiar, Sunline Sniper is going to go through a higher coating process, so it's designed to last a really long time on your reel. Super fluorocarbon is pulled off somewhere in that process, so it doesn't have as much coating, so it's going to break down a little bit faster, but a lot of guys like this line when they change out their line a lot. So tournament bass fishermen that put new line on every week, or if you're just looking to get into fluorocarbon and you want a less expensive alternative, this is an unbelievable deal. So 660 yards for $29.99. It's crazy pricing. So it is available in 8-pound, 12 pound and 14 pound. We expected more sizes. The shipment got held up in custom, so we may see more sizes through the week drop, and as we do, we'll definitely post you guys up on Instagram. But these 3 sizes are sizes we all throw, so definitely scoop that up this week from Sunline. All right, new this week from Daiwa Japan, we see more JDM reels coming through. This is the Daiwa JDM MoreThan. So that is the name of the reel, the MoreThan. This is a amazingly sexy reel. This is basically like a stronger souped up Steez, if you will. So I'm just gonna give you a minute to enjoy the beautiful cosmetics of this reel. It is available in a left and a right. So they didn't forget about you lefties out there. It's available in a 7:1 and an 8:1 gear ratio. It's got a little bit stronger gearing in it than a Steez. So for some of you guys that are looking for a reel, it's just a little bit more durable, heavier lines, heavier baits, that kind of stuff. This should be a great one for you to add to the arsenal. So new from Daiwa Japan. Also new from Daiwa Japan, we see the release of the Steez Hydro Curly. Now this is a bait that I saw earlier this year in Yokohama. It was released, it was a 2020 release. I was super stoked to get my hands on these, but they sold out immediately and they really hadn't redone a run. So what this guy is, it's basically just a curly tail worm. It's available in a couple different sizes, but it has these amazing little appendages on it. And these appendages just quiver in the water. So as it moves, it quivers. As it falls, it quivers. As it stays still, they pick up the water movement and the current, you know, underwater, and it just has that amazing lifelike look. So we've been teasing you this week on Instagram about these guys. They are available now online. All right, a couple important restocks from Jackal Japan this week. We see the return and a new color of our most popular frog in their lineup. This is the Jackal Kaera frog. Now, the JDM colors are all this kind of beautiful drip finish. If you guys aren't familiar with the Kaera, this is an amazing small-bodied compact frog. It's about half the size of a traditional frog, but it still weighs half an ounce. So it casts just as easy as a full-size frog. It walks beautifully. It has an amazing hookup ratio. So just a bitchin' frog. They sell out as fast as we get them in. It's probably gonna happen again, even though it's technically winter most places, even though Jeff and I are in flip-flops. Well, I'm in flip-flops. Jeff's in some kind of scrubby shoes. But it's an amazing frog. Definitely check it out. If you guys have been waiting for it, they are back. Grab them quick. Also, staying on the Kaera front, we see the return of the Cara S2 Beat. So this is the Japan version that has the blades that suspend underneath it. So again, it's still that same 55mm body. It's that same half-ounce size. The difference is that this guy is going to have basically a wire that comes out the bottom with a couple of Colorado blades that will clack and clank on the back. So where the regular Kaera frog is designed for walking, this guy is designed more for just kind of popping and staying still and fishing an area that you can clank and provide a little bit of flash and a little bit of sound. You're just going to hear that. That should hopefully draw fish up. So if you're fishing a specific, lily pad pocket, a specific bush, one dock, and you want the frog to move very slow and create sound, it could be a great addition for you guys. Kind of staying in the frog lane for a minute, we see the introduction of the Revoltage RV Lashour. Now this is a really cool rubber frog from Jackal. I mean, if we're going to use their tagline, it's splashing elicits countless strikes. Okay, so that should tell you everything you need to know. But basically, this dude is designed to be rigged on a 1/0 or 2/0, like EWG style hook. Okay, is a rubber-bodied frog. It does have a hook slot in the middle, so you're going to get great hookup ratio with this guy. It's a really cool frog that just moves effortlessly in the water. It has a great spit. It has a great walk. Because it is a soft plastic, you don't have to necessarily move it really fast. It's going to continue to have nice action even when fished slowly. So you can fish it fast, or you can slow it down and just really pick stuff apart. So I think you guys are really going to dig this guy new this week from Jackal. And finally from Jackal, we see the introduction of the Revoltage RV Drift Fry. Now, a lot of you guys have been asking for this guy to come in. This week we see the introduction of this dude. Now, they only did it in one color, but luckily for us, it's the best color they have. It's their Wakasagi color. So, this guy, if you're not familiar, is just a beautiful, lifelike minnow bait. You'll notice that it has this soft plastic lip on it. It is designed to be fished on a real light jig head or a light hook, and then imparting action with your rod tip just by shaking. It's going to allow this bait to just have this beautiful, lifelike roll under the water, so it looks like a minnow, just very naturally kind of swimming through. So, new this week from Revoltage and Jackal. All right, guys, and now for the Black Friday drop of Megabass Destroyer rods. So this is a very special drop. So as you guys know, Megabass Destroyer has been the staple of the Megabass rod line for years and years and years. And this year with the introduction of P5, Megabass Destroyer USA found itself in a place where it really wanted to slowly develop into P5. So Megabass is going to work on transitioning their Destroyer into the P5 series. In the meantime, we snatched all the Destroyer USA rods that there were in the world, and we are bringing them to you for this special Black Friday special. So, there are 6 models left available, and this is a limited one-time offering. I'm going to walk through the models with you. These are going to be 40% off, okay? And the sale is going to start tomorrow. So, it's going to start Monday morning at 6 a.m. Arizona time. Okay, so 6 a.m. Arizona time, online only, Monday. Okay, so if you're on the East Coast, plan the time correctly. If you're on the West Coast, plan the time correctly. Okay, if you're in Arizona, it's 6 a.m. Okay, so 40% off all these models until they are gone. Let's run through the models that are available. Okay, first model is one of my favorites in the lineup. This is the Bunker Buster. This is a 7-foot 7-inch. Its lure rating is 3/4 to 1.2 ounce. So really this guy is designed for throwing heavy jigs, heavy soft plastics. It's an amazing football jig rod. So if you guys throw a lot of like 1/2 ounce, 3/4 ounce jigs, you guys are gonna love this rod. It's got that Japanese style jig action to it. So it's a little bit softer at the tip. So it also ends up doubling great as a light duty pitch and stick, you know, skipping docks if the length doesn't bother you. It's just a beautiful rod. So for you jig guys, for you structure guys, for you pitching guys, the Bunker Buster is amazing. This guy is actually like 43% off because normally they're $415. They're all going to be $239. Okay, so a little better than 40% off on all of these rods. Number 2, we have the Automat. So this is one of their newest models. This is an F4.5 71X. It's rated for 1/4 to 3/4 of an ounce. The Automat is designed to be their all-around topwater rod. Okay, now it also ends up working amazingly well for most reaction baits. So if you guys are looking for a rod that can throw a jerk bait, topwater, a small crankbait, and just need that kind of one rod to do everything, the Automat is one of the best ones we've ever seen. It's 7-1. It's got that nice parabolic action through the middle, but it's still fast Destroyer graphite. So it doesn't feel sloppy. It just feels responsive and crisp. I think you guys are really going to dig this rod. I know a lot of you guys love it, and when you see this, you're going to freak out that it's available. So $239 on these guys as well. All right, next rod up, we see my favorite spinning rod in the lineup, and this is the Destroyer Brigand. So this is a beautiful, fast action, crisp spinning rod. It's F4 74XS, so it's a 7-foot 4-inch. Lure rating is 1/8 to 5/8. It's just an amazing all-around spinning rod. It features that nice, beautiful tapered cork, so it's very comfortable on the hand while you're holding it. This is an amazing rod designed to throw like a dark sleeper, a tube, Ned rig, shaky head. It works great for heavier line drop shot or heavier weight drop shots. So if you guys are using 1/4 ounce, 3/8 ounce, something like that, this would be a great one for you as well. So just a do everything spinning rod in the Destroyer line, $239. Crazy price, and they're going to go fast, so definitely scoop that up if you guys like that rod. All right, next in the lineup, we see the Mark 48. This is one of our best selling all-around swim bait rods. This guy is 7'8". It's designed with a really nice flexible tip, so it loads and casts incredibly well. Its lure rating is 1 to 5 ounce, so really this is going to be a beautiful rod for anything from a 6-inch mag draft to an iSlide 185 or a Slide Swimmer 175, the Gancraft. If you use some silly bait called DRT, have you heard of that, Jeff?
Mm-mm.
It would throw that beautifully. So any of that stuff is great on the Mark 48. It really is a workhorse of a rod. It's a very powerful rod, but again, it has that nice soft tip, so it's going to get great load and very easy casting, very accurate. Also throws A-rigs incredibly well. Again, crazy deal, $239 while supplies last on that guy. All right, next rod is the king daddy of the swim bait lineup. This is the Onager. So this is an F10 711X, 7'11". This guy's rated from 4 to 8 ounce. This is basically if you have one rod to throw as many different types of swim baits as you can, all the way up to like a Slide Swimmer 250, an iSlide 262, some of those bigger baits that start approaching that 6.5 ounce lure rate. This guy is great. It's a very powerful rod. It's a very fast rod. So a lot of guys really love this rod for throwing larger soft plastics like a big Hud, Batesmith mag, etc. But it is versatile enough to be able to handle the glide bait as well. So these will also go very fast. The Onager normally $425, so $239 while supplies last on this guy. Finally in the lineup, we see another one of my favorites. This is the Destroyer Warhammer. So this is the F8.5 711X. The lure rating is 3/8 ounce to 2 ounce. Now this guy was really designed to be kind of a flippin' slash kind of punchin' rod, but a lot of guys love this rod for throwing swim baits as well. It's just a light, crisp rod. It feels great in your hand even though it's 711, so it throws things like a 6-inch mag draft, a mag draft freestyle, a Defiant 210, all those, you know, smaller to approaching mid-size swim baits. It throws it incredibly well. So if you guys are looking for a great flipping stick, money. If you guys are looking for a small swim bait rod, money. Again, normally $425. During the Black Friday sale, it is going to be $239. Okay? So again, to recap, Megabass Destroyer rods, while supplies last, 40% off. They're all going to be $239, flat rates. Some will be 42, 43% off. Okay? The sale is going to drop Monday morning, 6 a.m. Arizona time online. First come, first serve, so definitely be ready to go. Grab them as fast as you can grab them, and enjoy. All right, guys, that is a wrap for what's new this week at Hookup Tackle and our Black Friday drops. We appreciate you guys watching. On behalf of my family, Jeff's family, Carmen's family, and maybe on behalf of Jeff and Carmen and Dale and John, everybody else around here, Hippie, whoever else I forgot to mention, thank you guys for your support and your business and for watching. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Enjoy the Black Friday sales. If you guys have any questions on anything, of course, drop it in the comments below or call our shop or DM me on Instagram and we will get to those. If you could subscribe to our channel, we would love it. It would make us all very happy. So until next time, arigato gozaimasu. Peace.